I'm 50 years old and I live in Lower Mainland, BC. Legal aid is important because law is not just for the wealthy. Access to justice is also the right of poor. Many immigrant and refugee women do not readily report violence or do not because of what their culture or customs may have been. It may take them time to report it. I worry about the children of these women that are not getting access to legal aid, that are staying in abusive relationships, or are settling in for agreements and settlements that are not fair to them. As I reflect at the diminishing state of legal aid, I cannot help but imagine what my life would have been if I didn't have the right access at the right time to justice. I got married very young at the age of 18. I migrated to a rural community of BC. The abuse I experienced in my relationship was both physical and emotional. And it was over a period of the past 14 years. And unfortunately, my children also witnessed a lot of that abuse. I didn't have any sound economic stability. I didn't have a job. My ex was totally controlling the finances. So I felt pretty, dependent on him to have all my needs met. The breaking point for me was the impact the relationship was having on my children. Initially, leaving the relationship was very scary. Living in a rural community was very, very isolating. There were very limited resources and access. There wasn't anybody else from my own community that I knew. There wasn't even a transition house that a woman could go to. The first time I tried to access legal aid was in 1994. The support that I received from legal aid was such that I was able to resolve the family breakdown, legal issues associated with them fairly quickly and promptly. My children's lives stabilized very quickly as well because I was able to move on. I was able to swiftly resolve the legal issues, have the support in place. It also helped me proceed in looking for employment, focusing my energies on upgrading my education and becoming fully functional taxpayer. So I felt a big freedom, I felt a sense of safety, and I felt safe for my children. I'm very proud to say that they are now grown to be, they have completed their post-secondary education. My daughter is pursuing a career in law, and my son is working in the justice system. My hope for the future is that the experience I had with legal aid and representation in my family law matters, my hope is that every woman in British Columbia would have access to that experience. Real justice means fair access. We need legal aid.